When you've got a great idea that requires some custom software, the guys from MorelandConnect can always bring it to life for you. We're here today with Justin. How are you, Justin?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Good, real good. And you've got another story of another client that you just did another wonderful project for. Could you tell us about it?
Absolutely. We work with a company that's spun out of university hospitals called RiskLD to develop some really important software to increase the health of infants and mothers through the labor and delivery process. So to give you a little bit of background, what the RiskLD team refers to as the maternal health crisis. The United States, despite all our advances in medicine, remain near the bottom of developed countries in terms of maternal and infant mortality rates.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's shocking. And the folks out of university hospitals noticed this problem 10 years ago, and they started implementing some new best practices and standards of care within their hospital network, and they reduced their rates by sixfold. So over the course of 10 years. So just incredible work they're doing out of the university hospitals network. And the idea came, let's take this technology, let's take this kind of approach out of that just the workflow that they've developed, and try to put software around it so other hospitals can start to implement the same type of things. So that's where Moreland was brought into the fold to try to commercialize this technology out of university hospitals, and they spun out a company called RiskLD to do so. So I'll give you a little bit of background about exactly what the software does. The number one thing, I guess there's two real reasons that negative outcomes happen in the labor and delivery process. One would be lack of situational awareness from the clinicians, and two would be just not up to date on the latest recommended evidence-based standard practices of care. So what the RiskLD software does is it hooks into the hospital systems, collects data for mother and baby, and then basically analyzes that data using the best practice algorithms developed by university hospitals, and also based on ACOG, which is the main authority figure on best practices in the labor and delivery space. So as data flows in through the labor and delivery process in real time, the RiskLD software is doing kind of if this then type analysis on that data coming in, and providing early detection warnings, alerts on potential things and issues, and diagnose like risk factors throughout the delivery process.
Wow,
so
that's
very exciting.
That's really exciting. That's very neat. And it always impresses me, when I hear you guys talk about your case studies and things you've created, is it's not only your ability to do some software and create that, and it's very complex, but it seems like you also really understand sometimes some complex situations for your clients, and you have to have a really good, obviously, understanding of that, so you know what you're solving, and that's pretty impressive. And I think it's like another example of the work they're doing is not only beneficial to their clients, but really their clients' as well. In this case, mother and child. So if you have something that you're looking to do, and it could be something as complicated as what Justin just mentioned, or maybe you just need some help with your e-commerce, or you have an app in mind, whatever it is, whatever you're thinking about, these guys can bring it to life. So stop by MorelandConnect.com and read up on them. You can see some more case studies like this, and then give Justin and the guys a call. Tell them what you're up to. They're going to make it happen. So, hey, Justin, thanks so much for sharing the story with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.